Money, money. If your life don't change, what's the point?
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Kathy, and I am back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing a story time about friends with benefits and how, like, I don't know if I should say like my ex and how we were friends with benefits, and then like, cause I don't know if we weren't really officially dating. I'm just gonna get into the video and you guys assess it for yourselves. Hit that subscribe button in the description down below. Follow me also on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. That also will be in the description down below, and it'll probably be up here in the video some point in time so you guys can remember. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. So in 2016, I want to say, I met this guy, and he was light skinned, tall, like he was my cup of tea. And not saying that I don't like dark skin, I do, but like I like tall people. Like, you have to be, I'm 5'8.5", but like I really don't look it. I look taller than that. And so you have to be taller than me to like get, or my height, like to really interest me, because if you're not, it just throws me completely off. So I met this guy, I want to say November-ish. And you know, first we were just talking, you know, we just said, oh, it wasn't gonna be anything serious. So mind you, it's not serious. So then I started talking to this other guy, and then the other guy just got my totally complete interest. So I swerved off of the first guy. So mind you, while I'm swerving off the first guy, he doesn't know, because I never told him, because I'm the type of person that I kind of don't like to break hearts. Like, I don't like to, you know, so I just kind of stopped responding to him, and then he started blowing me up and everything and all this and that while I'm talking to the other guy, but it didn't work out with the other guy. So then my mom met him one time before I started talking to the other guy, and so she always asked me where he was. So then after I stopped talking to the other guy, I brought him, like, we started talking again. So then we started talking, and then we're gonna fast forward to like February, the end of February, because like that's my mom's birthday. And that's when we start talking again and just getting really close. And then my birthday comes, and then we're getting more close. And like the weekend of my birthday, I went to the hotel room, and we stayed there the whole weekend. I got it from Friday to Monday morning, and then I'm thinking, when we leave the hotel, he's gonna go home. But like, then he started wind up staying here. He was always here 24/7. I had picked up a second job at Wendy's, and he had got the job at Wendy's. We were both working at the same Wendy's with my brothers and cousin. And so we were all working there, and then he just slowly started to move himself in. And my mom, she was cool with it, because I'm 19. As long as I talked to her about it first, so I talked to her about it. But like in public, like we had agreed that in public, like we wouldn't claim each other, because like I didn't really take him serious about the relationship, and then I just wasn't, ready for. I didn't think he was ready. I don't think I was ready. So we wouldn't claim, like we would not act like we were together in public. But when we got behind closed doors, it was something completely different. We slept in the same bed, obviously. So we were sleeping in my room, cuddling, joking, laughing, talking, all this and that. And then it's like, boom, everything just collapses at one time. So it's summer now, and no, it's like it's like after my birthday. It's like 2 weeks after my birthday. Um, you know, I saw some stuff I didn't like. He was texting his baby mama. So then I was like, okay, well, we're not together. So then that night I called up one of my friends, just to make him like really, like, just to get out the house, because I just didn't want to be in the house anymore. So I texted him, and then he came. It was about 11 when he came. And then we hung out for, like, I didn't know. I was only just going to stay, like, I was just only going to stay at the house for 30 minutes. But they wound up coming for 2.5 hours. I didn't get back at the house until 1:30 a.m. So when I get back, he has, like, a whole total complete attitude. Like, how can you have an attitude and, like, we're not dating? Now, I never mentioned his ex to him. Like, I never told him I saw the messages. So then a couple days later, my mom comes to me and is like, I just had a talk with him and I this and that about, like, our relationship. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, yeah, he says, like, he loves you, this and that. And I was like, well, he never told me that, so I can't really believe that he loves me if he hasn't told me that he loves me, right? So then, that night we do the same thing, cuddle, fall asleep listening to music. Like, that was our routine. We would either cuddle, like, we would go to sleep, listen to music, then in the middle of the night he'll just come and put his arms around me and all that. Or we would watch a movie and we would fall asleep. Like, that was our routine. When I was working at Wendy's, he would get off at like 8, and then if I was getting off at 11, he would sit up there and he'll wait for me, so I wouldn't have to walk home by myself and all that. Even though, like, I live kind of close, but it was late, it was dark. Like, he didn't want nothing to happen to me, so and so then we had like this big falling out over something so stupid. So our birthdays are 5 days apart. Like, so we're the same, we're both Pisces. So I don't get along with my sign because my mom's my sign, my grandma's my sign, and my uncle's my sign. And we all butt heads a lot. So me dating my sign, I already know it's just a no-no. Because, like, we both like to be in control and we're both stubborn. I know I'm stubborn. So we had a really good night the night before. We were watching Friday After Next. Everybody knows the only Friday on YouTube is Friday After Next. So then he started trying to cuss me out about, no, we watched the first Friday. I'm like, the first Friday has never been on Netflix. Like, dude. So then he started just getting loud. So I had, like, literally just got off work. So I was like, you know what? I don't have time for this. So then I just started taking his stuff, putting it outside in the living room. I was like, you can sleep on the floor. You can go home tonight. You decide which one you want to do. He's like, I'm not going nowhere. So I was like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Like, either you're going to sleep outside the living room or you're going to leave. So he's steady rolling up. And so then all of a sudden, you know what? I was just like, I'm tired of him. I do not want to deal with this tonight. I had a long day at work. Like, a really long day at work. I haven't ate anything. Ain't no food in here. Ain't nothing unthawed to cook. Like, I'm hungry. And I'm tired. And I just want to shower and go to sleep. I smell like Wendy's. So I just walked up to him and I just cracked the blunt that he was rolling. So it was just like all hell broke loose from there. And literally my mom and brother had to come and separate us. He left for the night. Well, he left for a couple days because I didn't talk to him. Then I was at Wendy's and he didn't have to work that day. He was with my brothers and cousin, and he came up to me and was like, oh, so you're not going to speak? And I'm like, still didn't speak. Then I went to the back and started working, and he was like, man, we could be fighting up in here. And I was like, well, we can fight in Wendy's today. Nothing. I really don't need this job. This is a second job to me. I was working, I'm working somewhere else. So it was like, go ahead, I still have that job. Wendy's ain't paying me more than my first job. So then, I was like, so then he was like, man, stop playing with me. So then I'm like, whatever. Then I get home and it's like my whole family having a party. And who's on my couch? Him. And they all up talking, giggling, he here. And he's like, can I talk to you? And then he apologized or whatever. But then it just started to complicate things even more. Because it was like we were always having the issue. So 2 weeks later, at this time, he lost his phone. So he was using my phone sometimes, you know, to get on Facebook and all that. So, like, I have been working a lot of 2 a.m. shifts. So, you know, if you work 2 a.m. and you get home, now I get home, I gotta eat. Which I'm not really getting off at 2 a.m. I'm not getting off at 2:33. So, between 2:30 and 3 a.m. So, okay, then I gotta wait for my coworkers because they're gonna drive me because one of my coworkers lives in the same apartment buildings I live. So then, okay, boom. Then I get up here, I still gotta eat. Boom. I gotta take a shower because I take long showers. That's just me. Boom. And then I want to sit up and I can't go straight to sleep. Even though I'm tired, I don't go straight to sleep. So I'm not going to sleep till 5, 6 a.m. So I'm sleeping all day until my next shift, which is 4. Or if I have to be at Home Depot at 6, I'm not going to sleep at all. I'm staying up for a whole 24 hours straight. So, what was I thinking? Oh, so then this particular day, I didn't have to work at Home Depot, but I had to be at Wendy's. So he came in asking for my phone when I was asleep. So I give it to him. Mind you, I wasn't really talking to guys like that because, I don't know, he had my emotions all mixed up. It was like, I wanted to be with him, but I did not want to be with him. Like, you know how a guy just has your emotions all mixed? It was like, but then I felt like I didn't want to talk to nobody else because I really like him, but I just know it's not going to work out, you know? Because it was just like, we're too much alike. It was just like, he was doing too much, I was doing too much. It was just like, So, then he had to be at work before me. An hour before me. So then he threw my phone on the bed, but he didn't put it back on charge. So then I'm sitting in the living room. No, I'm getting ready to go to work, and my brothers are sitting in the living room. And then they were like, we know who, effed her, effed this girl. So then I'm like, oh, who? I was like, oh, I know too. And then they said his name, and I was like, oh, okay. So then, I went to work. I get to work. He has a whole totally complete attitude. So I'm like, what's your attitude for? And then I was like, if anybody should have no, he came up to me and he was like, why you got an attitude? I should have the attitude. And I was like, no, I should have the attitude. So then he gets off. So he get off at 8. I don't get off till 11. So then he was like, oh, we're going to talk about it when we get home. And I'm like, no, we could talk about it right here. And then I had got a text. And then it was like, yeah. And I'm like, what did I say? And then he was asking the dude, have I ever did anything to him? And then the dude said, no, but I have gave you something. Like, head. So, dude was like, so then he was mad, I guess. But there's no reason to be mad because I've known the dude that he was texting for years. 1. 2, we're not together, so why should it matter what the guy says? Even though, like, And the girl that he supposedly had, the girl that he had smashed, which is why I had an attitude with him, was a girl that I told him that if he ever did, because I did not like the girl, I said, if you ever in your life, I told him this before, because when he saw her, I said, if you ever in your life smash that girl, I would never ever talk to you again. And I hold true to my promises. So then I confronted him about it, and I was like, so I heard that you did it after her or whatever. He was like, no, I didn't. So I was like, okay. I said, if I find out the truth, it's over and we will never speak again. So he had to go back to Chicago for a little while. So while he was gone, you know, my brothers were still talking about it. So I asked somebody that was close to the girl, and she said it was true. Oh, okay. Snipped. So I cut off all communication with him completely. When he came back up here, he rang my buzzard and everything, knocked on my door and asked if he come in. And I was like, oh no, I'm good on you, you know, because I know what happened and I know the truth. Even though I had saw the messages in between them, which who talks about what happens on Facebook. Like, come on now. Anybody and everybody, your Facebook can get hacked and anybody can see this. So I was just really good off of him after that. I have not talked to him in 6 months. I'm good on my life. Even though we live in the same area, we live really close to each other. I have not seen this man. I'm glad I haven't seen this man because he had my emotions all boggled. When I say that, how can we say we're going to just be friends with benefits and then we both catch feelings for each other? So we're mad. Literally, we're mad that we're like, see, the difference between me and him was when he see me talk to other dude, he'll say something. When I see him talk to another girl or messaging other girls, I wouldn't say nothing because we had this written line of communication. It's okay. Like, we're friends with benefits. That's okay. But if you start trying to get involved with this girl and, you know, just let me know because I'm going to be done and we ain't going to be that no more. Because I don't do that. I'm not going to just be, you know, letting you act good and you give me something. No. So that was my whole thing about it. But then you go to my mom telling my mom how much you care about me. So then it's like, damn, let's try this. And I'm going to my friend. And I'm like, what should I do? And my friend telling me, talk to him about it. So then we talked about it. And you don't want to be in a relationship right now because your money not up, da-da-da. But if you know, we can be together and we can rise together, grind together, get this money up. But you don't want to do that. And even with the money you making now, you just splurging it. You ain't saving. You buy the Jordans and all this and that. You really ain't got nowhere to lay your head like that. Like where you was laying at with your family. You was sleeping on the couch. Like here, you had a bed. So it was just the whole point and fact of, you know, do not ever, if you, friends with benefits does not work. We're just going to say that. Friends with benefits does not work. So do not have a friends with benefits because feelings do get involved big time because my feelings got involved. And when that happened, when I found out the real truth, I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, I did not care. Because I did. I cried a little bit, you know, because, and it was hard. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I did not tell my mom. For me and my mom, we have a really, like, tight relationship. And, you know, because I obviously, like, first of all, when my mom met him, it was on accident. Like, I told my mom I'll go to the grocery store and get dinner for the night. And then she's like, no, I'll go. But I didn't see the text. And I already told him to meet me at the grocery store. And boom, we bumped into my mom's. Like, that was already accidental. He wasn't really supposed to meet my mom as early as he did. But, like, I couldn't tell my mom what really happened. Because I was embarrassed for myself. But, yeah. That's my first story time. Never have friends with benefits. Because you're going to get your heart broken. But guys, if you like this story and you want to know more about my life, hit that subscribe button. In the description will be the link to my Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. I will see you guys later. And that's about it. Let's get this video to 100 likes, and I will do another story time for you guys. I do a story time on the time my mom caught a boy in the house. So if you guys like and you guys want to hear that story, then hit that subscribe button, get this to 100 likes, and we'll be back with more content. Deuces.